Hi, my dear Libras. This is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Yes. Hello, Libras. Hello. Man, your energies are so different from Virgo, which I just did. That's a relief, actually. So dense. Wow, but amazing reading. Amazing reading. So, my beautiful friends, if you would like, this is an announcement, if you would like to win the free reading, 20-minute free private reading for August 2020, please drop something encouraging for the collective down in the comment section. You can also do it over on Instagram. It doesn't matter, and Spirit and I are going to pick a lucky winner, so good luck to you, right? And yeah, only you can express yourself the way you do, and it may just be exactly that thing that somebody else needs to hear. So I really encourage you to encourage someone else. All right, sweet people. What am I doing? We're hopping right into it. I already pre-shuffled all the cards. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Please only take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind, because that means it is for somebody else. It's not gender specific, nor is it time specific. And you can reverse the placements. Did I say that already? Funny how I'm all of a sudden getting confused about the stuff that I want to do. That's interesting. All right. What do you have for Libras, please? Spiritually connected. Thank you. It's 2 cards. All right. Let me see. Let's get 1 or 2 more depending on what they want. Thank you. Oh, wow. I love that one. 3 for now is good. All right. Let me see. So, you're starting out, my dear Libras, with the 7 of Cups, which is a choice. And you have several options, actually. It's not just between 1 and 2. There's 7 options or more, right? There's a magnitude of options, like manifold, is that a word? Like a lot of them there are around you, right? There's this really being able to pick freely. And this could be something that you're not necessarily aware of, which is, yeah, strangely enough, sometimes we're just not aware of all the options we have. This often happens when we're too zoomed into one thing here, into one options, and we're just like, all right, I'm so focused in on that little tiny detail in that stone here, and I'm focusing on it, that if I put that down, however, and just looked up for a second and looked around, I'd see there are stones, there's a lamp, there are candles, there's a Buddha figure, there are plants. You get the idea, right? It's really like that. There's so much more, and there's a need for you to really look up, because there's so much more out there for you. And this is also a card that denotes to not one option is better than the other, right? It's all really gorgeous. However, there's a need for you to look up and perceive everything else that is out there. And this is so funny. This also really much happens during times of expansion and awakening, when we're waking up to certain aspects of our life, or to how things work, or how we believe things work in this very moment. Then it's always like, wow, there's so much out there. Whoa, I didn't see this before. It's that kind of a feeling, right? And for that, you have to go deep, though. There is a connotation to really dive into your feelings with all the water here. And you'll find them all there, like all the other options. They are in the water, in your emotional world. So they are there. They're in your emotional world. There's so much more. And your emotions will make you aware of those options too, and they will point them out to you. Oh, I really like this. Oh, I really like that, says Libra. Wow, this is so cool, right? Your next card is the Fool card with a 0 on it. 0. That's the 0 point, right? Starting out from the very beginning. It's not even at 1. It's just realization. And that is also a card of awakening, right? Burning yourself on something, seeing that something no longer works. For example, focusing just on one cup. And there's really a sense of a need to travel, either on the outside world or most likely on the inside world. He packed really lightly, not gender specific. and is fully on his way to spiritual awakening, right? And this happens again and again. Or awakening in general, right? We're waking up to things, and this is broadening our understanding, our senses of how we perceive the world. And again, there are many options for you how to get there, but there's a need to start walking, because there's a stagnant kind of an energy around, right? So there's a need to just move yourself. And you know how we can also do like a walk-in meditation, when we just walk very presently, like with our feeling the soles of our feet on the ground, and really feeling, I can feel them now, and feeling those roots, the magnetism of the earth attracting our own electrical system within our body. That's that, and our own magnetism towards the earth. There's a lot in there too. That was in the Virgo reading, by the way, which was incredible, like especially in the extended. That was off the hook. There were predictions for 2020 in there, so if you would like to watch it, this is a recommendation for that. Oh my goodness, that was so cool. Yeah, but very well on your journey, or starting, not very well, but on your journey, starting out on this journey. And you'll find, like, once you start walking and start to get out of that stagnant energy, often the first step is the most difficult, because then the momentum is starting to catch on. It's just like, what do I have to pack? What do I want to leave behind? Because you need to pack lightly, like on a journey like that, right? You do. Because it's going to get heavy fast. Like when you continue with old stuff and too many things that you don't really need, it's hard to travel. And there's a sense in that too. Of course, a transformative process that has started with the caterpillar here, that is about to turn into a butterfly, right? Yeah. And then what I'm noticing with your energies is quite peaceful, actually. Like your energies, they're really sorted, it seems to me. And this also, it doesn't faze me so much or strike me as something that is some kind of an energy of upheaval at all. It's rather really calm and smooth. This is a level-headed decision that you're going to be making. And yeah, it's just really good energy. Then you come out with the Lovers next here, my Libras. The sun's shining, the angels are there. It's just having the best picnic on earth, like really being absolutely connected, being your naked self with possibly a beautiful partner, a soulmate here. Totally and completely being looked after. These are like in paradise. So this could be where you're going, actually. For some of you, you may have reached that point already, but I feel this is where you're very much going, because you're striving to go to the sun, right, in this picture. And here you are in paradise and under the sun. So it's like that. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship with a soulmate. It could also just be the internal, and that's the peaceful energy I was picking up on, I feel. It's like when the internal divine feminine and the internal divine masculine, when they are aligned, it is quite gorgeous. You'll reach this sense of peace within yourself, and there's not much that you need from the outside world anymore, because you've just reached that state of alignment. And yes, maybe at a later point in time, you may fall out because of certain circumstances, right? But this is where you're going, and it's quite beautiful. And again, being very aligned with Mother Nature here. Very, very aligned. It's also a Gemini card. And we have the Merkaba here on the chest of the angel. So so it may be a good idea to connect with Archangel Metatron. Could be because you have that Metatron, he's like the crown chakra. He's that angel that is responsible for the crown chakra. And yeah, that's a good thing. And the Merkaba is, of course, that light vehicle that is traveling us to other dimensions, that allows us to make connections, right? And it's also bringing more of your soul light down here to earth. It's, regardless, is an expansion. It's ascension energies that I'm picking up on here. And you have a lot of angelic support on your journey here that'll lead you to peace. Beautiful inner peace and alignment. Thank you. Oh, yes, of course. Oh my God. Oh my God. You have the 10 of stones. The 10 of stones with home, of course, right? Wow. Wow. That's the 10 of pentacles, right? That is total stability, total stability. And that's that peaceful energy, finding that home within yourself. And we again have the connotation to the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So we could be talking about a really strong soul bond here that you have with another, that you share with another, but it's also internal, and finding that home within yourself and realizing that this is the only home you've actually ever had. And nurturing that inner home is automatically going to reflect on the outside, because you're then going to be able to show up as a different person, as the best version of yourself. If that's not too tacky to say the best version of yourself, but I think that's what a lot of us, at least that are watching these videos, are striving for, because these channels are for, or my channel is for personal and or spiritual growth. So we're striving to come not better. Not so much inquire a little bit with that word better, because we are already perfect the way we are in that very moment, and it's rather an expansive kind of an energy. So it's just more of ourselves. Yes, thank you. To be more of ourselves. Yeah. That's it. And having a strong connection with that tree in the house. A tree, the roots really go deep to Mother Earth. So again, there's a huge connotation to make that connect with Mother Earth if you haven't already. If you have made it, this is confirmation. And to keep doing what you're doing, because it is working. And it's also high up, right? So it reaches high into the sky, but first you need to grow those roots. You do. Then the messages can come in stronger and also in a more powerful way. Because otherwise I feel it's just not, it could be detrimental to our health, to our bodies. But when so much light is coming in, or when we're anchored within Earth though, then our body is somehow okay with so much energy, so much light to come in, right? Oh my God, what? Wow. You have balance with the number 14 breaking down to a 5, which is change, and which is exactly talking about, you have so much partnership, soulmate energy in there. It's incredible. And these are, of course, the divine feminine and the divine masculine that are ranking around that tree. Oh my gosh, you have 3 cards that are almost all the same. Look at this. This is incredible. Look at this. Isn't that so gorgeous? And you have that tree in here, you have that tree in there, and you keep that repeating pattern: divine feminine, divine masculine, divine masculine, divine feminine, divine feminine, divine masculine, and all revolving around a tree. The tree of life. We could be talking about the tree of life here. And of course, this is divine feminine, divine masculine coming into beautiful balance. And again, that's that peaceful energy that I could very much feel. Forest. If you have a forest next to you or a tree, make that connection with a tree, and you can ask them for help too, in grounding, and also with the spirits of the forest. Like, get in touch with the spirits of the forest and be grateful, and ask, of course, first before you make that approach, right? But they're really beneficial to your journey here, absolutely, as you go forth. Right. That's pretty cool. Let me see. Thanks. Yes. Yes. Okay. Wow. You have the shaman here with the number 1. So some of you may even have like shamanic past lives where you were working as a shaman, where you were embodying a shaman and shamanic energies. This is also like the card of the magician in the regular tarot deck. It's also the start of a new journey. So there's something more for you. And this is kind of surprising that the shaman is showing up here to me, because it hasn't so far. I mean, this card is really magical, right? There's a lot of mysticism and magical stuff involved here, I feel. And the other cards weren't so much magical. So maybe this is where the broadening of your awakening or of your expansion is happening. Maybe you're coming into that knowledge that you indeed do have the tools to be a powerful shaman here and to help others with your gifts. There's a huge sense in that. And I'm being reminded as he's holding that staff here, which is very much, actually, that staff is always like almost like a phallic symbol and like very masculine energy. And again, and then you have the ethereal here with the smoke that is rising, which is again to me the feminine, right? So you have that here too. I'm very much reminded of that staff is that tree here, right? And he's balancing with his powers, not gender specific, that the balancing of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Very much a forest dweller, this one. And I'm being reminded again, there may be something in the Virgo reading for you, because I'm being drawn to that stone that is enframed. Oh, man, I don't know the right word for it. It's just like when trees sometimes grab rocks and they put like roots around them and stuff, and you can still see them. In the Virgo reading, that very much started out with that temple in Thailand, where in the jungle, where there are statues like Buddha statues that happened to them. Like the tree just made the stone figure. Oh my God, I'm lacking the words for that. Oh, this is annoying. So where the tree root really grew around the Buddhas, right? And this is in the jungle, a temple, Ankh something. Yeah, so maybe you should watch the Virgo video as well. There may be something in there for you. So the shaman here has all his tools together, really gathered his tools. And this is really, again, surprising, because I didn't get any of this energy here before. Not at all. And then all of a sudden coming into realization, wow, I have all those tools already. I have everything I need. It's like those options, like, wow, there they are. There are so many more out there. And really, really, really realizing that. So again, you may have done like a past life regression here. This is very specific, where you all of a sudden came into the understanding of and the knowledge of past gifts that you created in another lifetime, and all of a sudden they're here for you to work with, to harness. And it comes so easily and so naturally because you've done this before, you've practiced this in different lifetimes. Yeah, and this is exactly what it feels like to me right now, because this is how my tarot skills started out. It was not like I have been doing this for a long time. Quite the contrary. I just grabbed the cards and all of a sudden, like after a while, they made sense. And it was just, I came into the understanding of it so quickly that back then I didn't know. I was just like, okay, but now I'm very convinced that I have done this before, for sure, for sure. Also the way I do meditations, I must have practiced so many years. I should not be where I am right now in my meditative skills. By measuring by the time I've invested in this particular area in this life. So there's a lot more going on, and as is in your reading here. All right, Libra, we're going to take this to the extended, so you can follow us over to Vimeo and or Patreon if this resonated with you and you would like to know more about this. There's a new trailer I put up for you to get a better understanding of what your extended reading may be about, right? So you can find that over on Vimeo, the trailer. Or you can go to Patreon and just get all the extendeds, get access to all the extendeds. But all that is explained in the new Vimeo trailer. Go check that out if you want to. All right. And also there's a new option for Patreon that I added, which is there's a 15% discount on all private readings when you make that investment to become a Patreon member, right? And that'll basically allow you, if you're thinking about getting a private reading anyways, they'll basically allow you to have the first month on Patreon for free. So yeah, that's it. So it's a really good deal, guys, and go check that out if you like. So again, you can follow me over to Vimeo and or Patreon if this resonated with you. Links down below in the caption as well as the comment section. And much love and light to you guys. I'll see you either over there or next time. Bye guys.